Can't believe this. You realize this is bullshit, right? This whole thing is pointless. Well, yeah, something like that would traumatize another person, but hey, for us, this is just like the norm. Yeah, granted, we don't usually get attacked by a fire-breathing demi-human, but still, I don't see why we're the ones that have to go to therapy. I mean, I was the one who took the full blast, and look, not a scratch on me. It's just a waste of time. Look, I don't know about you, but I have zero intention of allowing some person I don't even know and ask them about stuff that's none of their business. Alright, fine. You can do whatever you want. All I know is that I'm not here for therapy. I have my reasons. Hello there, miss. Come on in. Hey. Just remember, if you don't want to talk about anything, you're not obligated to say anything. If he pushes anything, just say nothing. You don't owe him anything. Alright? Alright. Take care. Hi there. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Alan Deckard. Come on in. So, how are you feeling today? Good. Glad to hear it. Are you sure you're feeling okay after yesterday's events? Well, after the events of the festival, and Darren's apprehension, many of the residents who witnessed or were somehow directly affected by the events sought medical attention as well as counsel. And seeing how both of you were directly in the line of fire, we just wanted to make sure to schedule this meeting just to make sure that everything is okay. Here at the sanctuary, we put safety and security as our top priorities. We just want to ensure you both that you are all still safe here. The sanctuary wasn't just built for demi-humans. Oh? So this is not the first time you've been in a fight. This happens regularly. Would you care to expand on that? Listen, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. But I just want to reassure you that this here is a safe space. What you say stays in this room. Doctor-patient confidentiality. Okay. I see. So you've been in quite a few fights. And your friend over there, he's the one who trained you. Tell me, why did you feel the need to defend yourself? Or to learn self-defense, especially from your friend? You were getting bullied at school. Were you physically assaulted? You were. As well as... Oh. My apologies. There's no need to continue if you don't want to. Okay. But he saved you. And he decided to train you to make sure that that wouldn't happen again. I assume he has a lot of experience in that regard. He definitely does. He definitely does look like it. But I didn't want to assume. But would it be alright for me to assume that you two are relatively close? Sorry, I don't mean to pry. So, you two aren't dating, but you want to. Have you told him this? I see. And how does he feel about you? He's scared. Well, relationships are quite terrifying. It's relatively uncharted territory. And trying to figure out one's feelings is a minefield. But it seems to me that he does care and wants to move forward, but wants to wait so that what happened in the past doesn't happen again. You see, based on what you've told me, it seems that he does want to turn his life around. But, see, here's the problem. Whenever anyone decides to better themselves for another person, it tends to backfire whenever that relationship for that person ends up not working out. So the foundation that they've built their betterness on, whether it be for a lover, whether it be for a family member, whether it be for a friend, if they are doing it for them, then if that relationship breaks off, whether they break up, whether they pass away, or anything else, then their foundation is crumbled and they are right back at square one. You seem to care about each other a lot, and I'm fairly certain that he cares about you. I'd say patience. He'll come around eventually. In his time. At his own pace. May I ask where this all began? After your parents passed? My condolences. As a matter of fact, just between us, I actually knew them. Yes, we actually grew up in church together. Yeah, they were quite the eccentric bunch, but also gave to them a very utilitarian spirit to them, always serving others above themselves. And they love you very, very much. Just because they're gone, that doesn't mean they stop loving you. Still, losing a parent or any loved one is difficult to bear. May I ask, what is your home life like? You live with your aunt. Do you two get along? Not really. She's very rarely home. Partying? Does she not understand her parental or guardian role in your life? She never asked for it, and therefore does not believe that it is her responsibility. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not all. Okay. Go ahead. So, she blames you because you weren't there to save both of them, even though you were there. But when they passed, the will was entrusted to her, as well as the burden of taking care of you. Here, let me be clear. This is not your fault. People who have experienced trauma like this tend to have survivor's guilt. But if your parents were here right now, they would tell you the exact same thing. They'd want you to be happy. I know it's hard to feel that way, especially with them gone. But they would want the best for you. And your aunt, Despite her not being there most of the time, has she ever done anything to hurt you? It's okay. It's okay. Again, this is a safe space. You don't have to say anything, but I'm here to listen. She has. I'm terribly sorry. Have you thought about going to the police with this? Granted, yes, they would have to report you to CPS and you would be taken away from that home. But you would be in a lot better position than you are right now. I agree the system isn't perfect, but there are systems in place that can help you. I assume with your aunt gone most of the time, that it would be up to you to pick up the slack. The financial burdens fall on you. 2 jobs. Oh my. And so young. How long has this been going on? I see. And what do you mean by you've had to find alternative routes to make ends meet? Again, no judgment, but only if you're willing to chat. A fighting ring? I'm assuming this is because your friend there trained you to fight, and you're now using that to fight, to make ends meet. I wish that I could give a clear-cut answer. But there are reasons why underground fighting like that is illegal. It is incredibly dangerous, and I can just see from just the side of your arms that you've had quite a bit of fights that didn't exactly go your way, did they? But the difference between this and the MMA is the fact that there are no rules. Every time you would enter that ring, you'd be risking your life. I must say you are very strong. You seem to carry a heavy burden on yourself. But trust me when I say that you do not have to carry that burden alone, nor do you have to carry it at all. There are programs here that can help you. I can't say that the road ahead will be easy. It won't. But at the very least, we'll do our level best to put you in a better place than you are right now. You have friends here. You are not alone. There's no shame in reaching out for help. Seek comfort in your friends and family. Let them help you. And as always, my door is always open. Is it okay if I come over? It's okay. It's going to be all right. Yes. There. We're going to do everything in our power to make this right. You're safe here. Okay. Well then, I believe that means our time is up. But, as I've said before, my door is always open if you have any more questions. Okay. Take care of yourself. So how'd it go? You alright? You've just your face, it's like... I assumed you've had a good session. Good. Good to know that you get something out of this. Well, guess I'm up. I can't guarantee I'll play nice. I make no promises. Hello, Damon. Pleasure to meet you. Come on in. My name is Dr. Alan Deckert. We don't recommend smoking in here. Okay. So, tell me, Damon, how art... Cut the shit, Doc. I'm sorry? I don't know what kind of psychobabble you did on her, what she did, what she told you. I don't care. I'm not here for a session. The only reason I'm here is to get answers. And what answers are you looking for? I need to know what the hell you people did to me! Damon, I assure you, we have done nothing to you. All we have done is provide you with medical treatment, nothing more. Oh, really? Then tell me, do you think it's a bit of a coincidence that the second I enter the sanctuary, and the second that I receive any medical treatment from your staff, I end up getting random hot flashes, I am able to take fire head on, something that would normally extinguish another human being, and this. So start talking. I understand that you are upset. So if you wish me to answer your questions, very well. When you first arrived here at the sanctuary, you were immediately brought over to the medical staff. You were diagnosed with severe scar tissue, over 4 broken ribs, and less than 5 pints of blood in your system. Then you were immediately scheduled for surgery. But seeing how this is a demi-human medical facility, we are required to run tests on all patients to assess their physiology before proceeding with any treatments. When the test results came back, it showed that you were mostly human, so we decided to proceed with the surgery. Whoa, hold up. What do you mean, mostly? Do you remember when the nurse gave you a heating pad before the treatment? It seems that the x-rays that we had taken seem to have changed after those events. Because once you were on the operating table, we were more than ready to begin the surgery. However, after careful research, this is what the x-rays looked when you first came in. And this is a copy of what happened immediately after you were given the heating pad. It seems your physiology has the ability to absorb heat and then self-regenerated your cells on a molecular level. We were going to insert titanium plates and screws inside your ribs just to make sure that they were stable. But the surgery was no longer necessary. You pretty much did all the work yourself. So to answer your question, the only thing we did to you was prescribe you acetaminophen and ibuprofen. Nothing more. No, you had to have done something. You said you ran tests. Those tests were just to assess your physiology, It's no different than taking an X-ray or scanning a barcode on your phone. It didn't do anything to affect your biology. May I ask, when was the last time you received medical attention or went to the hospital for a checkup? I don't know. Since I was 10? When you were in CPS custody? I'll admit, I do find it odd that you've not received any medical treatment since then. Especially since you've been on your own most of this time. And I'm just assuming that that one fight that brought you here was not the only scuffle that you've had. And yet there is not a scar on you. I didn't go because hospitals are a ripoff. Hell, without insurance, you're looking at a $1,500 fee just to go to the ER. That's just to visit. Besides, I have my own methods. Methods? Yeah. I mean, just a few Band-Aids and some Jack Daniels and I'm good to go. You should try it sometime. He'll do you wonders. Maybe I will. So you really didn't do anything, did you? Damn it. Okay then. I'll bite. What did you mean by I was mostly human? Well, whenever we do test screenings to assess the physiology of demi-humans, we tend to use both traditional and non-traditional methods. Some require technology, while others require mystical or supernatural methods. Using both of these methods, we are able to isolate a person's demi-human genes. But I'm afraid that these tests aren't always 100% accurate. If a demi-human is mostly human, then it's harder for us to isolate the gene. Now, if they had physical attributes, let's say a bushy tail or maybe some cat ears, we can instantly assess that they're a neko. Or if they have bat-like wings and they have a very strange tattoo on their womb, then we can assume that they are a succubus or incubus. But after what happened in the operating room, as well as what happened during the festival, we are about 98% positive of what your specific gene is. All right then. Tell me, what the hell am I? You seem like a smart kid, Damon. Tell me, how well versed are you in Islamic mythology? As much as I love a history lesson, get to the point. Okay. We triple-check the data, and we are about 98.6% positive that you, Damon, share the same physiological traits of an Ifrit. An Ifrit. So you're saying I'm a frickin' demon? A demi-human, Damon. Same shit, different shovel. So then, why now? Well, there are some demi-humans that don't acquire their abilities until they reach a certain age. Perhaps it's a metamorphosis of some kind. Or perhaps something else entirely. Tell me, Damon, do you know what's around your neck? What, this? That is the amulet of Dante. Legend says that that crystal is able to amplify demonic power. Even if you are going through a metamorphosis, I believe that that amulet, as well as your fight with Darren yesterday, may have jump-started your metamorphosis. Oh my God. Now, I understand that this is a lot to take in. No, don't be sorry. It makes perfect sense. Me, demon. How so? You're the demi-human expert here. Ifrit literally means wicked. Beings whose sole purpose is to cause chaos and destruction. So yeah, it makes too much sense. Is that how you view yourself? Wicked? You see yourself as a bad person? Of course I do! I know for a fact that I am and always will be an asshole. Everything I touch, everywhere I go, every person I meet, every relationship I've ever had, everything that I've ever done turns to shit. And now I know why. I don't know why I bothered fighting it. This was always bound to happen. I'm a demon. A literal spawn of evil. It's in my DNA. And you believe because of that you're evil by default? Let me ask you this. Do you read, Damon? Yeah. In Frankenstein, who would you say is the true monster? The creature, or the scientist who made him? In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, does Quasimodo's deformity automatically make him a monster? Or is it Frollo, through his abuse of power, that makes him the monster? What are you getting at? Being half demon does not automatically make you evil. As a matter of fact, demons were at one point angels, until they fell from grace. Even the devil himself was once an angel, but he gave himself over to pride. Or, if we're going by Islamic mythology, Ifrits themselves were not fundamentally evil on a moral plane, or wicked as you proclaimed. In fact, many proclaimed that they were God's wrath, only secondary to his will. They were of course seen as ruthless, but nevertheless, you could describe their efforts as spirits of vengeance, if you will. So what, you're a psych major and a priest? Youth pastor, actually. Although I mostly just volunteer my time over there. Oh my god. I'm sorry. None taken. Just promise me this won't turn into a Sunday school lecture. As you wish. If I may, Damon, do you not like who you are? What do you mean? It seems to me that you seem to have a record of self-deprecation. I mean, just moments ago you were listing all the reasons why you thought you were evil or wicked. Claiming that you yourself are, and I quote, an asshole, and everything you touch turns to shit. Because it seems to me that you seem to have this negative opinion of yourself even before you knew who you were. Have you always felt this way? I mean, I guess. What I do on a daily basis isn't exactly seen by society as typically good behavior, but it's not like I was given much of a choice. Damon, we're always given a choice. Not really. At least not ones that doesn't screw me over or get me killed. And what would these choices be? You really want to know? Okay, then how about we do this? How about we do a little role reversal? How about I ask you a couple of questions, and you would tell me what you, a moral, upstanding citizen, would do in this scenario. Okay? Picture this. Let's say you're walking home from work, all joyous, a little pep in your step, listening to whatever's on your Spotify playlist, whatever. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 guys decide to jump you and demand you for your wallet. What would you do? Well, first I would give them my wallet, and then once they were done with that, then I would immediately cancel all my debit or credit cards via my phone, while then calling the police. What do you think? I think you wouldn't last 5 minutes if you were in my neighborhood. Here's what I would do. I'd Spartan kick the dude in the front and the chest, throw punch the dudes on the left and the right, curve stomp the dude in the middle and the crotch, and then put the fear of God in each and every one of them. Well, I wouldn't say that I am 100% opposed to self-defense, but I can't say that I would recommend that method, as it is both a bit excessive as well as illegal. So does 90% of everything else that happens in my neighborhood, but no one seems to be doing anything about that. Damon, are you aware of the proverb, "He who lives by the sword dies by the sword"? I thought we agreed no preaching. Sorry, force of habit. But my point still stands. Warriors tend to always find battle, but not every conflict can be resolved through violence. Nor should it. You know what? You're absolutely right. Tell you what, about the next time that a group of bullies starts to pick on a kid at school, or a sleazy guy decides to start groping a woman without her consent, or a bunch of gangsters are looking to beat the living shit out of you, I'll be sure to tell them, "Oh, please don't pick on them. They didn't do anything wrong. Please, can't you see that she doesn't want this? Oh, please, spare me. God, no." I'm sure that'll work. Give me a break. If they hit you, you hit them back, harder. Damon, the problem with an eye for an eye philosophy like that is that eventually everyone ends up blind. You don't always have to stoop to their level. You don't have to become them. Hey! I'm just trying to level the playing field here. Punks like them are sick sadists who don't care who they hurt. In fact, they get off on that shit. I would love to be a good moral person, but unfortunately, the world that I live in is cold, cruel, and dangerous. And the upstanding citizens who follow the social status quo, the people who are supposed to guide us through this dangerous world, like CPS, or the cops, or our teachers, they don't know shit about it. If I were a good person, if I did everything that I was told to do, by the police, by CPS, by the government, by society, by the McCreeds, I would be dead! So if I need to fight dirtier than the people I'm fighting, so be it. The ends don't justify the means. Says who? You? Your way doesn't work! The meek didn't inherit the earth. They got chewed up and spit out. Is your way working, Damon? Is all this anger gotten you any peace? I don't need peace. My anger is what keeps me alive. Yes, but for how much longer? You don't look well, Damon. What do you want me to do? The next time I see another demi-human looking to fight, just let them kill me? Or better yet, how about we just call up the gangsters who are looking for me and her and just have them finish us both off? These guys won't stop hunting me, or her, or Gina, or even that Neko kid and his bird wife until I do something about it. If I stop now, everyone loses. Because no matter where I go, nowhere is safe. Just when I think I can actually just catch my breath, just for once, there's always something around the corner. And I'll be damned if I let their deaths be on my conscience. Damon, look at me, son. All of this, everything that you've been through, it's not your fault. Why does everyone keep saying that? Did all of you just binge Good Will Hunting or something? Every single time I get myself into some shit, it's always, "Oh, Damon, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault." Okay, then tell me this. If it's not my fault, then why does this keep happening? You tell me! This is my fault. You hear? It's all on me. I deserve this. Not them. But once again, I've dragged them into my shit. And I need to make it right. But I don't know where to start. Even if I manage to fix this, where am I supposed to go? I've got nowhere to go. Damon, you're not alone. And if you're looking for a place to start, I do have one that might help you out. What the hell are you talking about? The hell is this? Who the the hell is Irene Connors? She's your mother, Damon. This can't be right. I have the CPS file. This isn't her. Damon. This file is forged. This woman is not your mother. The woman you're holding in your hand is the current up-to-date file. The Sanctuary security team is a bit more thorough than CPS. We tracked her down. This is her. Where is she? She's currently an inmate at a maximum security facility in Florida. I can make arrangements for you to see her. She may hold the answers you're looking for. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just need to go somewhere. I'm going to see my mom.